They say they wanna hit that road shit. These niggas claiming that they boss shit. These niggas better move it close. Watch the play if they get the wrong move it close. See me, they like, ooh, keep stopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop me. They say they wanna hit that road shit. I'm on my way. Coming up on the best. They see me, they like, ooh, keep stopping. I'm on my body, real niggas right beside me. Damn man, I broke my arm and going up like a rocket. Can't nobody stop me. These niggas got me. So watch your mouth, boy. Coming all black, cinnamon house, coming out, boy. I'm off the hip like a cowboy. I'm a king, you should bow, boy. Shorty like that, man, you better know. Never got your hand on 144 with a 1 Rambo. Niggas be dirty like a big bad. My favorite corner like a bum with a bad joke. I'm a lead like them. Don't keep on stopping at the bitch on that. Now this dude got the drip by the end of the bitch with the soul. It ain't rap, this is so. Can't take some bitch, especially with the coat. They say they wanna hit it raw shit. These niggas claiming that they boss shit. These niggas better move it coach. Watch the play if they get the wrong move it coach. See me, they like, ooh, keep stopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop me. They say they wanna hit it raw shit. I'm on my way. Coming up on the best. I do a humble veteran beat. You better than me. I'm Reggie at the edge of the key. It's all money, no honey. Think you settling see. You locked up, fucked up, and it's back to the streets. It's one west. You can check the residency. I reside with soldiers died on the soles of their feet. Cause this before this fine, ain't no power in me. Cause I'm cold as a bitch's shoulder. You ain't calling them weak. Get them looking on his feet. Yeah, like it well done. Got them killers rolling with me. They all red rum. Got you fucking scared, son. Get the banging on his feet. Till my fucking head numb. Black Glock, red jump. Black and yellow air one. Homie, you ain't got a mess. I suggest you wear it. Feeling like a legend in this shit, little nigga, I'm past veteran. Never feeling third, little nigga, I'm past second. Guns, I gotta have them all like ass catcher. Shotty break the nigga ribs up like his wife. We all steppin', kill you with kindness cause I'm dead nice. That 5'7" put you 6 feet, not talking height. That judge giving out 5, what you do in life. These hands are root GPS, I mean right. That's mean right, we build different, you know the vibes. Every same thing all finished, we know the ride. I keep a 144 because I know a God. Know it's dark, you know we're animals when we go and ride. We back again, no cap, when I'm with cap again. Yeah, they said they want smoking, so we matching them. Everything righteous, so you know when we get back at them, you get hit up with a K, but no acronym. They say they wanna hit that raw shit. They niggas claiming that they boss shit. They niggas better move it coach. Watch the play till they get the wrong move it coach. See me, they like, ooh, keep stopping. I'm on my way up and they ain't gon' stop me. They say they wanna hit that raw shit. I'm on my way. Coming up on the best.
It's you versus opioids. It's not a fair fight.
Baking soda's only 99 cents. This pressure that comes with the block, you could end up inside of a box when you get your numbers by I am the king set by God. Opportunity, it doesn't knock. No, that's not right there be the cops. Yep. And all of that stress that we talking, still keeps punching the clock. You think I want to sweep your floor from 8 to 4? Fuck, I want to take your orders for me. Favorite star at an Audemars that's worth more than mama's car. Type of shit make you want to say fuck the law. Your rent's due and your baseball. Nigga, you don't even own your own corner store. So call the rules, let's call them more. Want to be an entrepreneur. We want sign checks. We want work for ourselves. We want on the nets. You're too much of a threat when you own your own assets. So the only thing that shows is how to be an outlet. So we want to connect and say hi like hola. Listen to hola. Flip up for robot. watch and power. Tommy and Ghost, bro, so I need some powder. Fish still and soda for 99 cents. Out of the pen, you gotta pay rent. Soda's only 99 cents. Make it make sense, make it make sense. Soda's only 99 cents. Out of the pen, you gotta pay rent. Soda's only 99 cents. Make it make sense, make it make sense, yeah. Money is the motive. Repeat my history, crack cocaine is like the motive. It's when it's simple, we're back to my mother hustle. It's in my blood, so I feel like it's coming down, just like the times when niggas died. Hold up. Back then was the bad days, motherfuckers just some halfway. I was a crack baby, tell me nothing about my mother in the struggle, see it right here. So trying to stop the feeling, so telling everything in the house, goddamn. She ain't giving me a bus stop, goddamn. Some of us would have had a man, I've had to take care of us in the peace with 4 kids. If I'm not no way with no flick, no food in the fridge, no cold shit. Got food stamps from the neighbors, top working, there's no favors. Late night, you would shop bodegas. Upper bread and some meat, some mayo. Kool-Aid had about 4 flavors. And when time went to cash out, I can lash out. So only take up set. $15 for that kid, fuck all that shit. Then the young nigga knows, let the club get cold. Take back what they owe us, whole world on the shoulders. No food, let me get to the sober. $10 in the sack and he points to the back, say, I let me get that soda. 99 cents. Gotta pay rent. Soda's only 99 cents. Make it make sense, make it make sense. Soda's only 99 cents. Gotta repent, you gotta pay rent. Soda's only 99 cents. Make it make sense, make it make sense, yeah.
So let me get this shit straight. So I gotta go take out loans to go to school, to get a job, just to pay for the loans I took out in the first place. I'm looking at this arm and hammer like I should have a hammer in my arm right goddamn now. Shit ain't make no sense. Lord, make it make sense. Goddamn.
Baking soda's only 99 cents. Hey, it's all in the pen. We gotta pay rent. Baking soda's only 99 cents. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Baking soda's only 99 cents. All in the pen. We gotta pay rent. Baking soda's only 99 cents. Make it make sense. Make it make sense.
According to God, the white man is the devil. See, I've been in here for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really have authority. They don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. Understand? Why your ass need to stop and ask you to goddamn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe. Nigga gotta stand up and serve my God. We'll pray when I need you. Yeah. So everybody ain't with on that peace talk. Everybody ain't with on that bygone. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to prop. Cause my nigga's serious. Boy, when they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. You catch down on your blood, traded you in and bought a new beast. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in the dreams. I tell you once, won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers trying to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed the up on parole because of the COVID. It feel like the us in this world and double together. Know where it's going to get them. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the scope never settle. Yeah, prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the prophets. Like we all come together. You know what I'm saying? They say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and all your ass need to stop and ask you. Give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe. You gotta stand up to serve my God. We'll pray when I need, nigga. you bring my water. But your leaders weak, let them lie slip through their teeth. They ain't need to stop and ask you the props. That's just the reality, Christian. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what you told the truth, lying. That's why it exists to lie, but only on your prophets. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you. Give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. I stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. I stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga.
Hey, Shalom Israel, Yahweh Shema Shabakathon to the brothers, and Yahweh Shemar Latin by showing shots out of sisters in nation Israel. I am priest and officer of 5,000 Farm on the Bach, holding down the Lashawan Qadash class here on tonight. And as what I always do every Friday night, start checking out the class. I'm going to go over the Lashawan Qadash chart. So the Lashawan Qadash chart, if you have it, I can be able to give you one if you put your email in this class. So I'm going to go over the Lashawan Qadash chart right here, which is part of the Hebrew language class. As you see right up at the top, it says Lashawan Qadash, which is translated as Holy Tongue. And we read and we say each and every letter, starting from the right hand side on this side, all the way on down towards the left hand side. Just as it says right here, where it says read from right to left. And I'm going to read this out from the right hand side towards the left. Lashawan Qadash. All right, which means Holy Tongue. So right now I'm going to say each and every letter by itself, so that way you may have an idea as to how it actually is pronounced. Because some of these letters in the alphabet may sound confusing towards a lot of people. All right. So the first letter in the Hebrew alphabet is pronounced as then the second letter is pronounced as ba, ga, da, ha, wa, za, cha, ta, ya, ka, la, ma, na, sa, I, pa, taza, kwa, ra, sha, da. All right. The pronunciation for the ancient Hebrew is the exact same for the modern Hebrew or the Syrian Hebrew down here at the bottom. All right. These 5 letters down here at the bottom is what you would put at the end as a second. These 5 letters at the end, these 5 letters that are part of the Syrian Hebrew is what you would put at the end of whatever word in Hebrew. All right. So let me show you real quick. All right. So based on the 5 letters that you just seen on Lashawan Qadash chart, I'm going to use my name, for example. All right. I'm going to say Kawan. All right. Ka. Wan. All right. This here is an ancient Hebrew. We're going to write it in the Syrian Hebrew now. All right. So as opposed towards me writing this na, I will write the final form of na, which is like this, because it is the last letter at the end of the word. All right, it just makes that much more sense. All right, so let me go ahead and bring the camera back on over here again. So as far as the letter ka, ma, na, pa, and taza, if ka, ma, na, pa, or taza falls at the end of the word, as opposed to how you would normally write it in this format here, you wouldn't write it in that format. That's where you would write it in its final format, because that would be the last letter that would be at the end of that word. All right. So when I bring the camera back on over here, you can be able to easily understand as to how I exactly write that form of na, because that's the last letter. All right. As opposed to writing it, and in its original format like this. All right. That's where you're supposed to write it in this final format like that. All right. Called one, which means prepare. All right. So just keep that in mind. All right. So right now, I'm about to put up on the board the number system, which is very important. You better know,
We got two types of number systems. The first one is called cardinal numbers, which I'm going to put up now. And these numbers would be numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right. So number 1, as far as for it by being in Hebrew, it is known as a Qad. All right. So Qad means number 1 in Hebrew. Erase it really fast. Make that double like a Qad. There we go. All right. So number 1 is a Qad. And let me also write it as well in the ancient Hebrew as well. Actually, I accidentally put an ancient Hebrew letter along with 2 others in between there by mistake. All right, so there we go. All right, so that letter actually belongs over here on this side. Now I'm going to bring in the duh. All right, so we have a Qad, which means number 1 in Hebrew. Number 2, we have Sha, Na, Yum, Shala Yum in the Hebrew. All right, so we got Shana Yum, which means number 2. Number 3, we have Shala Shah. All right. All right, so now number 4, we have a rubber I in the Hebrew. All right, rubber I. Actually, this bud here is actually ancient, so I'm gonna replace that really fast. Along with this other bar. There we go. All right. A rubber eye. Number 4. Number 5. In the Hebrew, it is Kamash. All right. There we go. All right. Number 5 is Kamash. Number 6. We have Shasha. All right. So that's number 6. I'm gonna allow everybody online to copy this information on down before I write the next set few letters up on the board. Meanwhile, if anybody online that's watching the class live now, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, anything at all in general that you would like to ask, there's no better time to ask questions than now because this is, of course, nonetheless a class. All right. Good to go. So these numbers and what you're writing up in the board now, these numbers can equate towards days of the week, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or even numbers in general as to how you would count certain things. Like I got 1 car or I got 2 books. You know what I'm saying? These are the cardinal numbers that you would use in placing that. All right. So now number 7 is about to come into play. Yeah, I'll say after number 8, number 9, number 10, 100, and then last one, at least 1,000. All right. Carl, if you could, just turn the temperature down a little bit. Oh, kind of hot up in here. Oh, okay. All right. So now for number 7. Number 7, it is Shabbai. Not Shabbai. Shabbai. All right. Shabbai. All right. right, so now we got number 8. We got Shamana. All right, so now number 9. We have the Sha'ai. Number 10. We have Aishara. Aishara. This is number 10. All right, so we got Aishara. Number 100, we have Ma'ah. Okay. Ma'ah is 100. Last but not least, 1,000 is a lock. Let me write that. All right, there we go. As far as for the cardinal numbers. All right. All right, so cardinal numbers is like numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cardinal numbers are different from ordinal numbers, which I'm about to put up on the board, which are numbers that you will find in the Bible, which will say along the lines of first, second, third, fourth, fifth, and those will also be considered to be days of the year or days of the week. All right, so I'm going to put those up on the board. Let everybody collect this information on down first. Okay. I see a question online. London. I'm gonna go ahead and put those greetings up on the board after I finish writing the all of the numbers out first. I'm gonna put the daily greetings up on the board last before in the class on out. All right. So if everybody has that, as far as the column numbers, I'm going to put the order numbers up next. These are also days of the week, and these are also terms that you can be able to just say in general, like I'm the first one to do this, or he came in second place. You understand? those would be ordinal numbers as opposed to as cardinal numbers, which would be 7, 2, 3, 8. You understand? All right, so now we have ordinal numbers, which would be like first, second, third, fourth, fifth. All right, so first in Hebrew, like on the first day God created heaven and earth and whatnot, that would be in the Hebrew, Ra'ash Wan. All right, Ra'ash Wan. That's first in Hebrew. All right, so that's first in Hebrew. Now second, we have Shanya. All right. All right, so Shanya is second. Third is going to be much more of a longer word. And that is Shalayashyaf, which is third in Hebrew. I'm going to write this on out. All right, so that's third. All right, so now we got fourth now. And that is pronounced as Rabbi Ya'aya in Hebrew. All right, so now fifth. We got Kama Yashia in Hebrew. And again, that's pronounced as Ka Mayashia. All right.
And I'm writing it both in the Syrian and the ancient Hebrew. All right. All right, so there we go. This here is from first to fifth. And then I'm going to write out the rest up on the board if it doesn't take up the majority of the board. All right. Good to go. All right. So now we got 6, 7, 8, so 8 wrong. That's 8. Then we got 9th, and then 10th. All right. So 6 in the Hebrew, Shayashia. Let me fix that sh. All right. So now 7. Should be Yashia. 7. Move that over to the right a little bit, so I'm gonna have a little bit more space. Right, there we go. All right, so that's 7, 8th in the Hebrew. That will be Shemayan. Yeah. All right. Now from 9th, that will be Shayash. Yeah. Actually, I put in a sure mistake. Let me fix that real quick. That's actually I, my mistake. There we go. So it's actually pronounced as sta, sha, I. Always get the Y and the sha, the ya mixed together. That's your I. Yeah, there we go. Let me fix that I a little bit. There we go. That's exactly how it's supposed to look. So it's pronounced as sta, sha, ya, I, ya. All right. Sta, sha, ya, I, ya. All right. That's your I, which is 9th, 10th. This I, sha, yar, ya. I, sha, yar, ya, which is 10th in Hebrew. All right, there we go. As far as the last of the ordinal numbers. All right. So I'm going to give everybody some time to collect this information on down. And then next, I'm going to be writing the daily greetings up there on the board up next. All right. Let me know when you got that down. When you got that down, Carl. You got it? All right. All right. So the most common greeting for anybody who's an Israelite, in which they will come into their announcement of who they are, what tribe they come from, would say Shalom. All right. Which is spelled Shallam. All right. And it is not spelled as Shalom with an O. There is no O in the Hebrew. It is not spelled as Shalom. There is no such thing as Shalom. Because anytime when you would introduce the wa into the Hebrew, this wa here would be acting as a vowel. All right. How do you spell vowel? Help me out, Carl.
VOWEL.
For what? All right, so that wa will be acting as a vowel. Let me show you. All right, if you don't have this book here, this is called Biblical Hebrew, a text and workbook. You can maybe get this online on Amazon.
All right, so let me show you what I'm about to show you right now. All right. This is page 3. All right. So it says, I'm going to try and line it perfectly with the camera so you can better see it. All right. There we go. So it says the Hebrew alphabet is the oldest in the world, still using today. Our own alphabet is a descendant of it by a citricious root. The text of the Hebrew Bible we use today reflects several periods of development. The originally only the consonants were used. By the time the Israelite kingdoms, the consonant Yah, Wah, Ha were used to indicate certain vowels, in which I just said up there on the board with Wah. All right. The whole Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, all that is where it originated from the Ashkenaz movement over Israel, which are copying our culture. When anybody who leaves one West, anybody who leaves Ashkenaz on you can't expect them to be able to go ahead and learn Hebrew from the Ashkenaz Jews or from the Khazarian Jews. You understand? Which are not the real Jews according to the Bible, because anybody who wants to come to the acknowledgement of who we are as an Israelite, they would tend to do research away from the only organization that first brought out that information towards the public, which is the SBK. All right, so anytime when you're dealing with the Hebrew, you always have to first come to the SBK on the Commander Hana to get the proper edification and the proper knowledge as far as where Hebrew comes from and how you can be taught it properly. So you are knowing the difference between the Yiddish Hebrew and then the proper Hebrew, which is actually spoken. You understand, without the vowels. All right, so anytime we see Shalom, Shalom is not Hebrew because this word here is acting as a vowel. You understand, which I just showed you at the book. There is no O in the Hebrew. All right, a lot of people like to say, well, oh, that's an O. No, this is pronounced I, dummy. This is pronounced I. It says it right here. It looks like the letter O. Why does it look like the letter O? Well, because Hebrew is the world's oldest language. Every other language came out of Hebrew. What do you think that they get the letter O from off of the chart, which is actually pronounced as I? What does this here looks like? It looks like the letter J, even though it's pronounced as Pa. The letter W in the English language, which is pronounced as Sh in Hebrew. X, the. You understand? What else you got? You got Z, za. What else you got? You got which looks like the letter L, which is actually pronounced as love. You understand? That's why we call our oppressor the devil that the Bible speaks of. He's a culture band. He stole our culture and our heritage, and they made it to his own. And by professing himself to be the real Jew according to the Bible, even though he is not. All right. So let me go ahead and back this camera on back. So this case here is closed. All right. So there's no shalom, no Shabbat shalom, no happy Sabbath. You understand? You would never even find that in the Bible about no damn happy Sabbath. All right. All right. So shalom is basically just hello or peace in Hebrew. All right. And what you would say towards one another. All right. Now we have good morning. Let me check online for questions. I know something will pop up. All right, no sweat. All right, so now we got good morning in Hebrew. And let me also write it out here in both the ancient and the Assyrian Hebrew as well. I'm going to write it in the Assyrian Hebrew this side, ancient Hebrew this side. All right. All right, so now good morning. Let me actually write it out first. So this would be Tawab,
in case if you didn't know, Tawab, anytime we see Tawab always means good. All right. All right. So we have, it's actually Bakor, a mistake. Bakor Tawab. This is a R. Bakor Tawab, which means good morning. Let me write out the same first. There we go. All right, so good morning. In Hebrew is Bakor Tawab. And then we have I Rob Tawab of now, which is good evening. All right, so we have I Rob Tawab, which is good evening. And then we have Layallah Tawab, which is good night. All right, so Layallah Tawab is good night. Now, if you want to ask a question, and by saying, how are you? And this also dives into my topic. All right. This would be Ma.
allow me to have enough space to write this on down. All right, so anytime we have ma, write one letter in the ancient, another Assyrian mistake. All right. So anytime we have ma in Hebrew always means how. All right. Ma, shala, wa, mak. All right. I'm not going to write it in that ancient Hebrew down there at the bottom. All right. Which is how are you in Hebrew, which is pronounced as ma, shala, wa, mak. All right. So that is how are you in Hebrew. I'm gonna lead that up there on the board so everybody can better collect that information on down. As far as the greetings, and then I'm gonna come on back and then write out the next set few up there on the board. All right. Got it down, car.
Oh,
All right. So now you're going to say in response towards how are you from the last question, you're going to respond by saying I am good or I'm good. And by saying Anya Tawa. All right. So we got Anya Tawa. All right. So I'll be saying I'm good or I am good in Hebrew. Not going to respond by saying I am bad or I'm bad. Now it'd be Anya, and Anya is always I or I am. If you never knew that, that's how you see it twice right now. All right, but I won't be putting to out right here because to out means good, not bad. So let me put up the word for bad up now up here on the board, which is rye. All right. right, so I am bad, or I'm bad in Hebrew is ani yarai. All right. And then you also have thank you in Hebrew. You also have the word please in Hebrew. You also have you are or you're welcome. And then you also have excuse me. All right. All right, so I'm gonna write these up in the board now. Thank you in Hebrew. It is the water. All right. So thank you is the water. Please is Baba Shah. You're welcome in Hebrew. It is pronounced as anyan. Anyan the bar. And also too, I don't want you to get confused. Anyan with anya. They're both different. All right. So anyan is your, anya is I or I am in Hebrew. All right. So I'm right now writing out your welcome in Hebrew, which is anyan the bar. All right. Now we have excuse me, or I'm going to put or right here / pardon to be more. Um, what's the term I'm looking for? To be more proper. Excuse me or pardon me. That would be Slovakia. All right, and there we have it. All right. I got a few more ingredients I'm gonna put up on the board. These are gonna be the last ones. But so far I have I'm good, I'm bad, thank you, please, you're welcome, and excuse me. All right. All right, so are you on 12 car?
Call.
Straight. All right, so we're gonna have where are you from? We're gonna have what's up? We're gonna have I am or in order. This would be a proper way of saying I'm fine. And then you can say, for example, greetings, my brother in Hebrew. And last but not least, I'm going to end it with saying, what is your name? All right. All right. And then after this, I'm going to put just one more up in the board. Well, actually, going to fit it right here. No, actually, that's one. All right. So, where are you from? This can be a greeting as well in the form of a question. As far as saying, where are you from? Let me go ahead and put this up here now. All right. So, where are you from? Is Ma'ayapa, Ata, Ma, Ya, Pa, Ma'ayapa, Ata. Where are you from? All right. So, I'm going to go ahead and write on that now. All right. So, that is where are you from in Hebrew. Now, what's up? In Hebrew of now, that would be Ma. Ma Neshmai. All right, which is what's up in Hebrew. Now I am in order in Hebrew. That would be Anya. Basadar. All right. So I am in order is Anya Basadar. All right, so that's Anya Basadar. Greetings, my brother in Hebrew. Simply just be Shalom Ak. All right. Actually, this is wrong Cha. It's actually supposed to be a surname Cha. And that one's supposed to be right here. All right, so there we go. All right. Now, what is your name in Hebrew? I'm going to put that up in the board now. That will be Ma. Ma Shema. All right. Ma Shema. All right, there we have it. as far as what is your name. Okay. All right. So I actually have a few more I want to put up on the board. These are just some more that I have right here. And what you see on the board, I'm gonna let everybody collect this information on down really fast. Now I'm gonna put the last few up on the board, and that'll be that. Let me know. Let me know when you swap up.
Oh,
All right. So now the next one I'm gonna put up on the board up now. So these next greetings and responses. The next one is going to be a response towards what's up. What you got the city put up on the board now. And that's going to be not much. So if you want to know what not much is in Hebrew, let's see right now. Let me fix that. U looks like an A. All right, so not much. That would be la'ah. La'ah. Harabah. That's what not much is in Hebrew. All right, so that's not much in Hebrew. Now I'm going to say, do you have children? This one here will be let me get the word for children in Hebrew. Bear with me. It's escaping me right now.
There we go. All right. So for words or for questions that will start with do, there will also be the letter da in Hebrew, because that'll be a preposition. So that's why you're gonna see me put da first. All right. That's actually a ha. All right. But not ka. All right. What you want to do is just wait till I finish writing it first so you don't mess up. All right. So we have da, a da, but a ka. Just do you have children? I'll write this out in ancient Hebrew right here. All right, there we have it. I believe I wrote up on the board what is your name. This is something for the brothers right here. You can say, are you married? And as far as for the sisters as well, that is a tha. That's your wa. All right, a tha, that's your wa. It's like a tha, nasha wa. All right, are you married? All right, so I'm gonna write this up on the board. All right, that's the last few. But the greens right there, what you see up on the board. All right. So I'm gonna just allow everybody to collect that information on down. All right. There's much more greetings than that, in which we will even come into fruition of saying towards each other once we come back towards our language and whatnot. Because of course, there's even I'm pretty sure when we come back towards the language, and I even notice for a fact that we're gonna be saying greetings in slang terms, or what our person would like to call ebonics. You understand? Like our person like to say good morning, John, but niggas like to say to each other good morning. You understand? Put that certain accent on it. You understand? So this is just the last of it, the last of the greetings, and as well as I said before, if you would like a copy of this Lashawan Qadash chart, I can for sure email it to you. If you just put your email in the midst of this class, and I make sure you have it. You understand? So without that, this is the SBK Chicago Lashawan Qadash class. We have our classes from Monday through Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. And our Sabbath service is held from 10 to 12 noon every Saturday. And on tomorrow, we're going to be holding camp downtown Chicago on the Magnificent Mile. So keep an eye out for that on our social pages on Windy City on Facebook and on Chicago Online Class on YouTube. Without that, that's my time, Israel. Shalom.